I'm just saying that I could see the argument.
If this was the beginning of the year...
But realize also he's taken charge of the team, or he is supposed to be the face of the team this year.
He's doing a lousy job of it.
This is true, but if this was the beginning of the year, I'd agree with you. But at this point in the season, I can't see it. Personally, I think he's playing hurt, and honestly, he's playing like garbage.
He really is.
He's not playing up to potential, whether that's a phantom injury, whether that's the talent around him, whether that's the coaching, or whether that's just him. Right now, he was projected to be the next big thing, if you will, like a superstar.
Right, the next
Patrick
big thing could be taken two ways.
Right.
Because he's a big man.
Yeah, he's a big man that can shoot threes. Amazing, right? But the thing is like, he's an all-star right now. He is not a superstar right now. He needs to get over that hump. He needs to play so much better than what he's playing. Does it hurt that he doesn't have Carmelo Anthony anymore? I think it does. I think it does a little bit because he doesn't have that veteran around him. He doesn't have that veteran score because he's getting double-teamed a lot more now.
Yeah, so all the attention's on him.
So who's the next guy up? Tim Hardaway Jr.? He's a nice piece, but you need that veteran that's been around for a while, like that Carmelo Anthony, like that Derrick Rose that's been there. Granted, he didn't play great when he was with the Knicks, but he was still that guy.
But you need a veteran presence.
You need that guy if you're the Knicks that can take the pressure off Kristaps Porzingis. Who's that guy in the team right now? Honestly, it's nobody.
No, you're 100% right. All right, Martin, thanks for the call.
Bye.
All right. Let's stick with basketball. According to Casey Johnson of the Chicago Tribune, the Bulls have gauged trade interest in Jerian Grant. This year, he has 7.6 points per game, 2.2 rebounds per game, and 4.6 assists per game. Do you think that the Bulls should trade him? And what do you think they can get for him?
If you need a backup.
They really do.
Yeah.
Like if you need a backup in terms for just for the
point
bench,
guard, yeah.
I would say you definitely would look at him because obviously the stats don't really stick out. But again, it's Jerian Grant. He's not Steph Curry. We know this, but
he's not even Chris Dunn.
No, Chris Dunn actually took a very bad fall the other day. He hung onto the rim.
Ended up chipping his teeth.
Not smart, but
no, definitely not.
I was a bigger fan of Jerian Grant coming out of college. He's not really doing it for me now.
No, I agree with this report that the Bulls should trade him. He is. He's a decent backup point guard.
I guess with Zach LaVine back, you want to give him more playing time. So it's just like
he's decent.
Yeah,
he's not great. He's not horrible.
Yeah.
This next name is a lot better. According to Steve Kyler of Basketball Insiders, there's growing talk around the NBA that the Heat are open to the idea of trading Hassan Whiteside.
Wow.
This year, he has 14.3 points per game, 11.6 rebounds per game, and 0.6 assists per game. Eric, do you think that the Heat should trade him? And what do you think they can get for him?
I gotta tell you, I'm shocked that
I know
his name...
there's a possible chance.
But I do have to tell you, I'm shocked that he's actually on the rumor mill of being traded. I think that he is a cornerstone player that you can have, especially with him and Justice Winslow. And even Goran Dragic, who I can see being traded more so than Hassan Whiteside. But I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing what you can get, just putting him on the table. There's nothing wrong with that. But if the Heat were to trade him, I do think that would be a mistake. But if you were to put him on the market, I could see a first-round pick.
The Heat are fourth in the
Just a first-round pick?
No, a first-round pick. I could see maybe a first-round pick and a developed player.
Well, I'm thinking Boston. I'm thinking Boston because they want, because they want to go out and get Anthony Davis, but it's they can't really get that. They're giving up too much, so Boston could be a.
See, here's the thing with a Whiteside trade: the Heat are fourth in the Eastern Conference, and they're leading their division. Why in God's blessed name would you want to trade him? I don't understand.
It would be a huge mistake.
But we do have a caller on the line. Caller, you're on Beyond the Game.
Hey, what's up?
Brandon! How are you, buddy?
Good. Just here, standing outside in the cold, listening to you guys.
I feel very sorry for you.
You're a trooper.
Yeah, you're listening to it. No,
that's what I meant.
Talk about two things. All right, one, football.
Well, Brandon, turn down your radio.
Okay, all right, cool. Hold on. Yeah.
Come on, Brandon. You've been on the show how long?
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good, buddy.
Okay. No, I'm saying in terms of football this weekend. All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you look at the Patriots, they're home, but I feel, the Jaguars can creep up and steal a win. I don't know if I'm crazy.
I agree with you.
Dominic agrees with you. And you know me, I'm the president of the Blake Bortles fan club. I actually
you really are.
I actually just bid $100 on a Blake Bortles autographed jersey.
Wow, that's crazy. You must really love him.
You know what? He's my boy.
Can I ask what color the jersey is? Is it home away or their alternate teal one?
It is not their alternate teal one. I think it's the white one.
Okay, I like the white one.
So
nice. Two, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the All-Star this year, about having the captains and everything?
I personally don't like it. I think it should be traditional Eastern Conference versus Western Conference. Yeah. But how funny would it be if LeBron James ended up picking Kyrie Irving?
It's a popularity contest.
That's what I was thinking, too, yeah.
I can see that because, honestly, sometimes I feel like they plan that stuff. I really do, just for the attention. Because, like, last year with, like, Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant having that first lob and, like, everything, and then they were, like, friends again for the All-Star game. I just can honestly see that it being all publicity stunt and that they honestly, for the All-Star game, they do stuff like that. I really do. I would not, because that's going to get people's attention, and there's going to be a lot of viewership and stuff like that. So I would not be surprised to see LeBron take Kyrie first. Because
who are you guys picking for your first pick?
Oh, you got to go with Kevin Durant.
That's what I'm thinking.
What about Giannis?
Definitely.
I like Giannis, but Durant is better than Giannis.
Yeah. I can't wait for Giannis. I mean, he's almost there.
Giannis is a beast.
I can't wait for him to even make more of a jump. I just want him to go off every game. I mean, he kind of already does, but
I love watching him play. All right, Brandon.
Guys.
Thanks for the call, buddy. All right. You gotta love it.
Yeah, Brandon.
This is kind of expected, but I have a story here. Tom Brady listed as questionable.
He's gonna play.
I know, it's a smokescreen, but it just showed up. That's all.
Just an update.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Keep us updated.
Yeah, no problem.
So, we're going to play the Hawks edition of the auction assemblage. I tweeted out a list of the best Hawks at all 5 positions with assigned dollar values at Real Jacob Volk, and I challenged everyone to make their best lineup with a salary cap of $15. With that in mind, I'll go around the room and we'll discuss our respective lineups. Sound good, guys?
Let's do it.
All right. Dominic, we'll start with you, my friend.
All right. So first starting off...
Oh, wait a minute. You actually did it this time?
Of course.
I was kind of surprised it was the Hawks.
You think I'm going to mess up again? No way. But to start out, I like Jeff Teague's years on the Hawks, so right away I spent $4 and went with Jeff Teague. And then I'm going to skip over shooting guard and small forward because those are the positions, I kind of just, went for the 2s and 1s. Because for power forward, I actually like Josh Smith and his years in Atlanta in terms of, his rest of his career, right pretty much when he left Atlanta, it kind of went downhill from there. But I actually like Josh Smith there. Then also you got to go Al Horford.
All right.
Al Horford. And then for the shooting guard, I had Stacey Augmon and then John Drew.
All right, you've got a solid lineup. I like the idea of Jeff Teague and Josh Smith playing together.
And then Al Horford, too, because they kind of did a little bit. They all had that chemistry.
Atlanta Hawks, yeah.
And personally, I think they all had their best years there. I mean, Al Horford's still playing well in Boston, but not nearly as well as he did in Atlanta. So.
No, definitely not. I like that lineup, Dom. I really do.
Thank you.
Eric?
All right, so I'm going to start off with Doc Rivers.
All right, fair enough.
And then we're going to head over to Pistol Pete.
Fair enough. So you're at 4.
Paul Millsap.
You're skipping a little bit.
Yeah, I am skipping a little bit.
All right, you caught me off guard there a little bit.
No,
Come on, man.
You know what? I wanted to have it up. I wrote it down for once because normally, I just read it. Well, actually, I have it up now, so let me just do it again really quick. Point guard, we got Doc Rivers.
Yeah, you're at 1.
All right, shooting guard, I have
Pistol Pete, which is 4.
Pistol Pete. Small forward, Dominique Wilkins.
All right, you spent big. You're at 9.
I spent big, and then power forward, we have Paul Millsap.
11.
And then Walt Bellamy.
Oh, wow, you stayed under budget.
Right?
You went 13. Good for you. So I owe you $2.
Not bad, right?
No, that's a really good lineup. You can't go wrong with Pistol Pete. And Doc Rivers, very underrated point guard in his day.
He was very underrated with the Knicks, and he was underrated with the Hawks.
100%.
Can I ask you a question really quick?
Yeah, sure.
Would you have put Spud Webb on here?
Webb was a tough one to leave out. He was really tough. There were guys on here that I wanted to put in, but I just couldn't because I didn't have the space for him.
Fair enough.
So I went with Lenny Wilkins. I wanted a leader at point guard, and Lenny Wilkins is one of the best coaches in NBA history. Shooting guard, I went with Steve Smith. Solid player, nothing special. Small forward and power forward, I spent big. I went on Dominique Wilkins and Bob Pettit, the 2 best Atlanta Hawks in history. And center, Clyde Lavalette, a 3-time NBA champion. None with the Atlanta Hawks, but still an excellent player. So we got about a minute left. It's time for the bottom of the 9th. Dominic, we'll start with you.
I think we talked enough Jets, but with me, I can never have enough of that.
Never enough.
Personally, I'm just hoping, after hearing about the Josh McCown thing, I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. If the Jets don't make some type of splash for Kirk Cousins, I don't know.
Because then I'll have to apologize to Andrew, and I don't want to.
Yes, and I hope Kirk Cousins is a New York Jet.
From your mouth,
Number 8's available for you, bud. Number 8.
There you go.
You like that?
That's the most important one.
Eric?
So on this day, hold on, let me just get it back up again. See, that always happens. So on this day in 1972, Sandy Koufax becomes the youngest member to be elected to the Hall of Fame at age 36.
I tried to get an interview with someone who wrote a book on Sandy Koufax, but the guy declined. I don't know why.
Bastard.
But yeah, exactly. Your words, not mine. So JoJo White passed away on Tuesday night at the age of 71 from pneumonia. In my opinion, he's the 68th best player in NBA history. Will be deeply missed. And Brandon, you heard him call in. He's not going to be appearing as much on this show because life has taken him somewhere else. But Brandon, if you're listening, I absolutely loved talking sports with you. You're the golf guru. We're not going to be able to talk golf anymore. You were a Beyond the Game original. I'll never forget our first show, November 15th, 2016, a week after Election Day. I will miss you, my friend. Stay in touch. You have my number.
We'll get him a call for golf.
All right.
We'll make sure.
Okay, good. Good. Looks like we're about out of time here on Beyond the Game. For Dominic Arbolino and Eric Fischetti, I am Jacob Volk saying, one thing you can learn as a Mets fan, when you buy your tickets, you can bank on seeing the bottom of the 9.